Finally, we come to the last part. I hope I'm in line with the time. I'm not going to dwell on this too much. We already had a lot of legal updates today, and plus the EU PD is subject to an update. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 12th of July the amendments are coming into place. For us as a distributor, there is particularly impact on this side down here. What are the exemptions to public offer rules? I think 50,000 euro is going up to 100,000 euro, and I think 100 people is going up to 150. So rules are changing slightly, but otherwise this is more an issue on the producer side. Okay, I'm going to skip this one. We heard this morning passporting European-wide regulation, but it was also pointed out that on a national level we have additional layers of regulation. It's quite ironic because all the countries I mentioned here were not mentioned this morning, so I'm happy because it's quite complementary. And basically what I wanted to make clear is that for cross-border business, this is quite a burden and quite a hurdle, because if you're trying to do cross-border business into several different markets and you have to consider all of these different legislations, it's not truly a free European market. This is what our lawyers refer to as gold plating, the different regulators implementing additional legislation to prevent foreign banks from doing business in their own jurisdiction. MiFID, I'm going to skip this because we also have an update for MiFID coming up. For us as a distributor, there's one key factor that is important, which is going to be addressed on this page, and that is, under MiFID, we as an intermediary are dealing with the producers and issuers under a professional investor relationship. On the other hand, our financial advisors are speaking to end clients on a retail investor basis. That's two completely different regulatory frameworks which we have to try and gap. So next to, of course, bridging the information, knowledge and IT gap, we will also have to bridge the legal gap between these two participants in the market, which makes our job difficult because sometimes legislation which is addressed to issuers might not be in line with a regulation that is more addressed to distributors. One example, in MiFID we speak of professional and retail investors, and in the European Prospectus Directive we speak of qualified investors. Qualified and professional is two completely different things. So how are we going to start being able to truly have one clear open market if even on a European level they can't decide what can be offered and what can't be offered? This is where we come in. You can expect the trader is closest to the market. He knows what is possible, what is not possible. If the structurer has a nice idea and a nice mathematical model, if the trader cannot hedge it, it's a nice academic exercise, but no more than that. Then sales will hopefully have almost as much knowledge as a structurer and trader, so also be very into this, but typically, I mean, they're not quants or mathematicians. Then product management, we're trying to bridge the gap then to the relationship manager, which himself is definitely not an expert on structured products, because he has to cover a wide range of other topics with the client, such as tax, lending, art, inheritance, etc. And then sometimes you will also have a family officer in between. But basically the important thing is we come in to bridge the gap not only for these reasons, but also to bridge the legal gap.